Hey, Matt here from RetroOnly.com. In this video, we'll be talking all about how to hack the Atari Breakout game. Do you want to know how to hack the Atari Breakout game? Maybe you just heard from a friend that said the game can be hacked. No matter why you are interested in this hack, we will be glad to take you step by step on how to hack the Atari Breakout. This video will go into depth on how you can hack the game and also beat all of your friends' high scores. Gone are the days when people used to play the Atari Breakout game known as Pong. The game was originally released in April of 1976 and got the attention of many young people. Today, with the new release of Atari Breakout, many people are looking back to the time when everyone enjoyed the game on the original Atari. 40 plus years after the debut of Pong, it is still known as a challenging game and can be exceptionally addictive. If you are playing against another player, or if you are just attempting to get a high score for this game, you should know how to hack the updated version to give yourself a little edge. The first thing you need to know before you can ever hack the game is to know how to play the Atari Breakout game. So, how do you play Atari Breakout? To know everything about Google's classic game Atari Breakout, follow these steps to get into the game. How to gain access to the Atari Breakout game. First, you're going to open Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, Safari, or whatever web browser you normally use. Next, you're going to go to the Google search engine's webpage, google.com. Third, just type in Atari Breakout in the search bar. Below the search bar, click on the Images link. When you click on the very first image, the Atari Breakout game will be launched. Finally, you are now ready to play the game. Although the game doesn't look exactly like the old one anymore, you can still find many similarities to the old Atari Pong game. Although it is important to know that the game concept isn't any different from the old one. All you have to do is to move a square block at the bottom of your screen and then use that block to hit the ball. At that point, the ball will hit the blocks at the top of the screen, crushing those blocks, and will add points to your scoreboard. The more blocks you hit and crush, the more points you get. And that's the basic strategy of the game. In the end, you will either finish all the square blocks and start a new level, or you will miss the ball repeatedly and lose the game. How do I hack Atari Breakout? In the new game, Google likes to hide some features behind walls where only some people can get to them. Although they are able to be used by all internet users, it isn't built into the normal gameplay, so additional knowledge and steps are needed to access it. Google added this mini Atari game to commemorate the 37th anniversary of the arcade video game. As we have stated before, Atari Breakout is a remake of the original Atari game, Pong. It lets users move the paddle to keep the ball from going down the bottom and to hit the ball to break the blocks at the top. In this game, a user destroys multiple rows of blocks or bricks to get the highest score. However, you can hack the game with this cheat and conquer your dream of ranking at the top in this online game. In the Atari Breakout classic gameplay, you are supposed to hit the blocks simply by bouncing the ball off of your paddle repeatedly. If you miss a block, you will lose a ball, and after missing multiple times, you will eventually lose the game. Although the game seems pretty simple and straightforward, paying attention and following along as the ball gets faster and faster can eventually become quite difficult. While playing, if you don't want to waste all your time trying to get a high score the old-fashioned way, then instead you can use this Atari Breakout hack. This will allow you to easily increase your score and fool all of your friends. You can hack the Atari Breakout game relatively easily if you follow the steps that we will go over next. Are you ready to get the highest score and brag to all of your friends and family about your high score? Well, you better be, because next is the step-by-step method to hack the game. How to hack Atari Breakout in Google Chrome browser. The first thing you need to do is get into the Atari Breakout game page by following the above mentioned method. Next, pause the game. Third, press F12 on your keyboard. Then, click on the Console tab at the top of the new pop-out. Fifth, click on the empty space at the bottom. Next, paste the code from the description of this video and then hit Enter. Finally, the paddle will move automatically all by itself and will never let you die. Next, we'll discuss how to hack the game if you're using Firefox. First, you're going to get into the Atari Breakout game page by following the above mentioned method. Now, you're going to pause the game. Third, click on the 3 lines icon on the top right corner of your Firefox browser window. Now scroll down and click on the web developer. Fifth, you're then going to click onto the scratchpad. Next, you're going to type allow pasting onto that scratchpad. You cannot paste this, and it must be actually typed by you. Next, you're going to paste the below content from the description and click on Run on the above toolbar. Eighth, you're going to minimize the window, not close it, and then play the game. Finally, the paddle will move automatically, and it won't allow you to die. There is a common issue that comes up with the code above after typing the allow pasting. If you have that error, simply close out of the box and begin again with step 3. This time you won't have to type allow pasting, and you can paste the code from the description directly into that box. How does Google give tribute to its developers? Many developers of the Google search engine are known to be gaming geeks. Because most of the developers are gamers, Google has made quite a few secret games for entertaining its developers, as well as allowing its users to have some fun as well. As work for them gets hectic with coding and editing, this is a way for them to take a short break and increase production as well as have a healthier work environment. Google has given an Easter egg tribute to its users with games like StarCraft and Star Fox, as well as Atari Breakout. With this fresh classic Atari Breakout, the player can break a series of blocks with a ball guided by a paddle or bar at the bottom. We suggest you give this game a shot to get the best out of it and see what it's all about. Get a high score with the hack mentioned above, and you will be sure to make your friends' jaws drop. And now, the conclusion. If you haven't heard of this game before today, or ever played this game, you will definitely want to give it a shot. If you played Pong as a kid growing up, or even as an adult recently, this game is definitely a must-play. In order to play, all you have to do is simply search for Atari Breakout and select the first image and begin the game. We are so happy to see that Google is paying tribute to their developers and classics with these games and showing how a light work environment is good for the employees as well. No matter if you have never heard of Pong or Breakout before, they are not difficult games and are great games to let your mind take a break from the everyday hustle and bustle of life. We hope this video will help many people learn to explore the game from Google and take a moment of their busy day to simply pause for a while and play this short fun game, Atari Breakout.